Trauma doesn't make you stronger, it messes you up. It leaves scars that don't fade and shapes how you see yourself in the world. Many of us try to bury it. We tell ourselves it's not that bad, that the past should stay in the past. But it lingers in your thoughts, your choices, your relationships, often in ways you don't realize. They quietly shape our lives, keeping us trapped in cycles of pain. But there's hope. Awareness is the first step to breaking free. In this video, we want to validate your experiences because your pain is real, your trauma is real, but you're not broken. You're not a defect, and you're not alone. What makes you stronger isn't the trauma itself. It's your resilience, your ability to face the pain, understand it, and rise above it. And that's exactly what we're here to help you do. Here are 5 signs your trauma you up and how to break free. 1. Disconnection and rejection. Always bracing for heartbreak. When you go through trauma, you develop deep beliefs about yourself and the world, especially when your emotional needs aren't met. Psychologist Jeffrey Young calls these maladaptive schemas, unhealthy thought patterns that can keep you stuck. Imagine this. You send a message to someone you care about, and hours pass without a reply. A simple delay turns into an emotional spiral. Did I say something wrong? Are they mad at me? Are they gonna leave me? This is the disconnection and rejection schema. It often forms when caregivers were distant, critical, or inconsistent. As a child, you learn to expect relationships to end in pain. And now, as an adult, you might feel hypervigilant, constantly bracing for rejection. You're not overreacting, you're responding to old wounds. Studies even show how this schema connects to anxious attachment, making you replay breakups or arguments in your mind long after they're over. It's exhausting and it's lonely, but the fear of rejection isn't who you are, it's a reflection of what you've been through. Healing begins when you remind yourself that not everyone will leave, and you're deserving of connection that feels safe. 2. Impaired autonomy and performance. Doubting yourself on repeat. Think back to the last time you faced a challenge. Did you feel ready to take it on? Or did a voice whisper, "You can't do this, you're gonna fail"? That voice is often tied to the impaired autonomy and performance schema. This pattern forms when, as a child, you were criticized too much, shielded from challenges, or left to believe that mistakes defined your worth. Now, even when you're fully capable, you hesitate, overthink, and brace for disaster. You're not alone in this. Research shows even highly accomplished people like doctors struggle with imposter syndrome, feeling like frauds despite their success. This constant self-doubt can leave you stuck, robbing you of opportunities and joy. But here's the truth. The mistakes you fear don't define you. Taking small steps to challenge these beliefs can help you see the capable, resilient person you've always been. Defectiveness, shame, believing you're broken. Here's a tough one. Have you ever felt like something about you is just wrong? Like no matter what you do, you'll never truly be enough. This is the defectiveness or shame schema, and it runs deep. It often forms when harsh criticism, rejection, or comparison in childhood leaves you believing you're unworthy of love. Over time, this belief turns into shame, making you want to hide your true self for fear of being judged or rejected again. Research shows that when you feel broken or unlovable, it can deeply affect how you connect with others. You might hold back, avoiding close relationships because you're scared of being hurt, or you might cling to them too tightly, fearing you'll be abandoned. These feelings of being flawed or like you don't truly belong can weigh heavily on your heart and pull you into a dark, depressive place. The weight of shame is isolating, and it can make you feel like no one could ever truly understand. But while it makes you want to pull away, what you're really craving is connection, a chance to be seen and loved for who you truly are. The more you acknowledge your worth, the more you'll see that you're not broken, you're human. And while the hurt may run deep, so does your capacity for healing. 4. Other-directedness, the people-pleasing spiral. You're exhausted, burned out, and in desperate need of rest. But someone asks for help, and before you can think twice, you say yes. Sound familiar? This is the other-directedness schema, where love and approval feel tied to how much you give. Growing up, you may have learned that your value came from putting others first, even at the cost of your own needs. It's not just about being nice. It's about never feeling like you're enough unless someone else approves. Psychologist Harriet Breaker calls this behavior a disease to please. Like any disease, it's exhausting. You might feel overwhelmed by the weight of others' expectations, But you don't have to carry it alone. You've been there for everyone else, and now it's time to be there for yourself. Your well-being is just as important as theirs. You might try practicing saying no, setting boundaries, and making sure your own needs are met first. It might feel terrifying at the beginning, but setting boundaries isn't selfish. It's how you show yourself the same love and care you've been giving others for so long. It's okay to let go and breathe. Enmeshment, undeveloped self. Lost in someone else's shadow. Do you ever feel like you don't know who you are outside of your relationships? Like your happiness depends on someone else's, and without them you'd feel completely lost. This might be what's called enmeshment, a term introduced by family therapist Salvador Minuchin. It describes a family dynamic where emotional closeness is more important than being your own individual. When this happens, children often grow up feeling like their emotions and decisions are tangled up with their parents' or siblings' feelings, instead of learning to develop their own sense of self. As an adult, this can show up as a struggle with knowing who you are, where you're going, and a constant fear of being alone. You might find yourself depending too much on others for validation, having a hard time making decisions without input from others, or feeling anxious when you're not constantly in contact with loved ones. Sometimes this can lead to staying in unhealthy relationships just to avoid the pain of being alone or losing that emotional connection. It's painful when your sense of self feels lost in the shadows of others. But even when it doesn't feel like it, remember that you are your own person. You are whole and complete, just as you are. Can you relate to any of these schemas? Share in the comments. Chances are you're not alone. Others might be going through the same thing, and you might find comfort in each other's experiences. Here's the thing, these schemas aren't your fault. They were survival strategies your brain developed to protect you, but now they're holding you back. The good news, healing is possible. Therapy, self-reflection, and a lot of patience can help you unlearn these patterns and rewrite your story. The first step is recognizing them. After all, you deserve a life that isn't dictated by old wounds. A life where you can thrive, not just survive. Could it be that something's holding you back from that first step? Let us know in the comments if you feel comfortable. But whatever it is, you can face it. You've already made it this far. Thanks for watching. Take care. And remember, you matter.